Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. If you care to know the date, don't get hung up on dates and times because we're all on different timelines. It just made me sound like, I don't know, one of the like people who mock teachers and stuff, like so maybe somebody was mocking you if you were trying to show them something, or there's just an annoying teacher. I'm not saying that you're the annoying teacher, but sometimes like it's usually the kids that don't understand the lesson that give the teachers the hardest time, because they don't want to feel less than, they don't want to feel stupid or look dumb, like they should have known better, or they should know what's going on. But the teacher's there to teach you, because usually they teach things that you don't know, you know what I mean? Whether we're talking spiritually or otherwise, but it kind of feels like there's definitely spiritual lessons in this energy, and maybe somebody just wasn't understanding if you were delivering messages or if they're receiving them, whether an actual practitioner or person was the quote-unquote teacher teaching someone a lesson, multiple people, or if it's just the divine, things that we need to learn from. But I don't know, somebody didn't learn something, and I feel like, yeah, right, this is a stupid lesson. Like, that's what it feels like. So someone might feel that way, especially if they're being faced with karma because of not learning it or whatever. Or maybe some of you are going, I don't like this lesson, this one sucks, can we please work through it and move past it, kind of thing. A lot of you are doing that successfully, I'm just going to say. Because we do have Star, guaranteed success. There's a lot of really good cards already, and I only pulled 3. And then there's one at the bottom of the deck, and I'll get to that in a second. But like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. Love it if you would. Let's just take a moment. I don't know why. Let's just take a moment to reflect, to think. You know what's really making me think of? Let's just take a moment to remember. To remember those who have been forgotten, your passed on loved ones, soldiers, anyone who's on the other side, because it's making me think of Memorial Day. That could have been significant for some of you, but regardless of Memorial Day, if it's for veterans, soldiers, or family members, ancestors, the Day of the Dead. I just got a dizzy all of a sudden. No matter who needs to be remembered, I guess. Because I keep wanting to say, don't forget. Don't forget. And it's not like, don't forget me, because I'm never coming back. It's not that. It's, please don't forget. Okay? There's someone that either doesn't want to be forgotten, and they're already crossed over. But this feels like, hi, don't forget. What was that? I forgot. No, rock. Okay, for some of you, it's don't forget where you came from, where it all began, because there's a wish coming in. And you are highly thought of, I'm just going to say, and with guaranteed success. That's what that was. And, don't forget. Okay, I don't really know fully why I went, but, because maybe spirits reminded me not to forget, because there was something I was going to say before I dove into the reading. That could be part of it, but it also feels like I keep staring at my wish jar. Don't forget. Don't forget about your wishes. A wish is being... Okay. center ourselves, because when it comes to getting what you want, what you prayed for, what you wish for, okay? So wishes being granted, whether it's in a love connection, career-wise, so financially. I feel like this is all encompassing, so there could be multiple wishes coming in for some people. But it's like, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget your values. Don't forget where you started. That's what that is. So if a level of success is attained and you go from 0 to 1,000, or because now it's making me think of like lottery winnings and stuff. Even, I'm not saying anyone's winning the lottery, but this is an example. So you have no money. You go from nothing to you have millions, okay? We'll just say, for example, and you're like, oh, I'm going to buy this property, I'm going to buy this house, I'm going to buy you're spending all your fucking money basically because you're excited. It's like, I never had all this, and now you can have everything. And a lot of times people end up broke within a few years after winning the lottery, because they do that. They live beyond their means. So what I'm kind of getting is, with the level of success that's coming in for you, if this applies, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget your purpose. Don't forget how you got there, how much work it took to get whatever this is. Because it can be taken away just as quick as it was given to you. And I'm not saying a person's really going to hand it to you and give it to you, or it's a winning or anything. It could be for some, but this feels like whatever it is, you worked for it. Don't forget where you came from. You earned whatever this is. Even if it's a relationship, because you earned that type of love, that connection, through the process of learning lessons and healing and doing whatever you needed to do for you, or in your situation. I was gonna say in any given situation, and I was jumbling it all up. But anyways, so that's really cool. Some good shit's coming in, because I feel like your higher power, no matter who you believe in, heard your prayers. Your prayers are being answered in a big way, because we have 5th chakra Archangel Gabriel, and he's the archangel who represents the messenger of God. He delivers messages from God to us and from us to God. There's another archangel that also handles prayers and stuff, but God has a message for you. Your higher power has a message for you. And the message is the door to personal healing and happiness. Door to spirit. The door to spirit's wide open. It's like we're always here. Because look, both those windows are open. Doors, windows, whatever. I just heard because you let us in. Because you let us in, you'll be successful. You weren't too afraid to work with your gifts, spiritual gifts. You weren't afraid to rely on faith. You weren't afraid of the divine, of messages, even if it was just for yourself. Because sometimes, like psychic dreams and spiritual signs and information, sometimes they can seem a little terrifying, especially if you lack understanding. And usually when we start our journey, we don't understand because it's all new, you know what I mean? And a lot of people give up, or they either give up out of fear, or it's too difficult of a process, and they don't reach their goal within themselves that they set for themselves before they even came here on earth, kind of thing. But I almost feel like something really great's coming in because you had faith. You let your higher power in, your angels, your ancestors, the information. Something really great's coming in. So we'll see more on what, basically, what message God has for you, your God, your higher power, whatever. Because this feels extremely significant. It's part of your wish being granted. I feel like that's part of the message, but there's more to it than, I don't know, because now I'm thinking of like a video game which don't hold me to anything when it comes to like that lingo, because I don't play games. I can barely use the damn controller to watch a movie. But anyways, my son did teach me that part. That's all I need to know anyway, so it's fine. And maybe that's what someone said throughout this spiritual journey, is like, I know enough, this is all I need to know. Poof, I'm out of here. They didn't keep going. But some of you did. And those who did, something really massive is coming in, like, but it's beautiful. This is not scary. This is not bad. It might bring in some crappy people, because usually when good stuff happens, the shitbags like to come around, but whatever. You're strong enough to tell them no. And that's probably why you're being blessed. But it's making me think of a video game where you leveled up. You know what I mean? It's like each level gets harder and harder and harder. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of this. The other day, because I didn't do a reading yesterday, I got a few things to say. This is just like, I don't know, it's flowing through. So anyways, the other day I did a reading, and I said tar is significant. I couldn't figure out what the hell it meant. I was like, maybe it's a substance or a road, pavement, something. Whatever it is to you, you know, because sometimes weird things will pop up. And it will mean something to some of you, and it's just one thing, and it gets you to pay attention, because then there's more messages for you. Like when I picked up on a bicycle, that was significant to a tribe member, and you know, that person's journey and whatever. So I don't know if that person got more messages throughout the reading, but that's why weird stuff pops in. Sometimes it just makes you go, wait, what? You know, like I'm doing that right now or whatever. But anyways, it gets you to pay attention, I guess. So anyways, I had this dream. I totally forgot about this. I had this dream a while ago. I don't even remember if I shared it. I don't remember when it was. But when I first started this spiritual journey, like really working with my gifts, not just kind of guessing and going with the flow, I was like, I need to know how to do this, how to elevate, just for myself. I wasn't doing it for anyone else. I wasn't even doing it for my channel. It was just for me personally, which is how you should handle things like that. Anyways, even if you are a reader, your elevation is for you, even if you help other people, you know what I mean? But you're basically doing it for yourself. And a lot of you are doing stuff like that on your own, which is beautiful. So anyways, I was having a lot of dreams about elevating and like climbing the staircase, and that's the sense of ascension. So whenever I'd have them, it was almost like those dreams, it was like ascending beyond a problem. It's like, okay, we reached this checkpoint, so level 1 done. Level 2, it was almost like flying through, we'll say 5 levels, and then level 6, which is the past, overcoming the past. Well, that makes a lot of sense, especially for me, but it makes a lot of sense for a lot of people, because it's very difficult for us to overcome things that have hurt us, traumatized us, whatever, especially if we suppressed it, you know what I mean? So we'll say you've breezed through 1 through 5. Level 6 is a bitch. It's like, how many times am I going to have to start this over? Is what it feels like always hitting that wall. Where it's like you can always go so far in the game, you're almost there, and then nope, we gotta start over again. You know what I mean? A lot of people would have given up. Like, is this just the endless cycle of crap? Like, what the hell? It's the karmic cycle, it's the merry-go-round, you know? And you bulldoze through it. You're like, all right, enough's enough. And now you're on level 7, which is very spiritual. You could be on 8 or 9. I don't know what level you're on, but that's just an example. And that's why you're being rewarded. I just heard you've unlocked a new gift. So there's a new spiritual gift that you're unlocking, a new ability. Has more to do with sight. Your sight will become clearer. spiritually speaking. I don't know, there's more to that. But anyways, your sight will become clearer in any way that means, because there's all kinds of clairs. So anyways, that dream I had, I was trying to level up in apartments is what the dream was. Like, started off on the bottom floors, like, no, and then I moved into the next one. And I think I got to the 3rd floor, and I was told that I had to go to, I don't know, the 10th floor or 11th floor or something. And there was only like 3 or 4 floors. And by the time I got there, I'm like, it hasn't been built yet. How the hell am I supposed to get to the 11th floor if it doesn't even exist? It's not even there. It was a representation of the future, what's to come. Like, you need to get here, but there's an obstacle down here. You can't get here until you get past this, because they were paving the roof, so they couldn't build anymore. They were just going to cap it off. And I was like, no, I need to get up there. What the hell? So it's like overcoming an obstacle. That could be where Tar's coming in, because it's kind of fitting into this energy. You overcame a lot, that's for damn sure. So anyways, I'll put that there. I don't know, this feels so special. This feels so special, I don't want to let it go. I don't know what it is. It could be a person. So special, I don't want to let it go. Self-sacrifice. That's another reason why this wish or wishes are coming in. Because if you think about it, like, it's not my belief system, but for example, regardless of what you believe, Jesus sacrificed himself for our sins, basically. He was a prophet, if you think about it, and he was crucified for it. He was crucified for his abilities, because, you know, he could help heal and do all kinds of holy stuff. You know what I mean? But it was like unheard of and terrifying to other people, because they didn't understand it. But there's also jealousy and envy and all kinds of stuff that feeds into any type of crucifixion and stuff. But he sacrificed himself for us, for everyone. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like any of you, like, it's not like no one died. It's not like that type of sacrifice. I don't feel like any of you, like, truly sacrificed yourself. I feel like you sacrificed a wish. You sacrificed something that's very important to you. Something that's very significant to you. Like I don't want to let so-and-so go, or I don't want to stop doing this, or whatever it is. But I'm going to cry, what the hell? But I have to. For the greater good. I have to let this go for the greater good. You let something go, or someone go, to potentially stop a problem. And that is a sense of sacrifice, which is very selfless. It's like going, this is my wish, I really want this, but all these lives being affected, even if it's not like life or death, like just other people's lives being affected in a negative way, or, you know, just people getting their feelings hurt, whatever it is. It's like, I don't want that. I would rather give up the person I want, the thing I want, whatever, so that everyone else is happy. That is not something people do very often these days. Or ever, just saying. This is gonna really make me cry. I don't know why. Anyways, what I was going to say before I pull some cards, because I'm going to pull more. This is a very spiritual message. And I'll do a love reading after, just that's more focused on a specific connection or whatever, because this feels very, it feels very significant, but it feels like it's more of a personal thing. Do you know what I mean? Like individually, not just based on your interpersonal connections and stuff and relationships. So anyways, before I hit record, I was cleansing the area with my Palo Santos and stuff. And usually when I'm just waving it around, no ashes go anywhere. And it started raining ashes. And I was like, oh, it's raining ashes every time I do that. Like, it was just... And a long time ago, I said there was some significance with ashes as well. I didn't know what the hell it meant. Excuse me. But I didn't know if it had to do with someone who was cremated. I had no clue. Well, it just rained ashes, and what's really weird is to end the ritual, or to solidify it, not to end it. It's like I say, everything that I do is with love, light, and protection, and that was just a protection prayer. I've already gone over it. I'm not going into detail, but I burned it, like my little prayer. I burned it, and I burned it with sage to keep it cleansing and pure. And then I bottled it up, and I went to where it all began. I said in, I think it was in my share, Believe in Yourself. In that video, that's what I was doing. I went to the river because I was like, all right, well, most of this crap started here, because that's where people really started messing with me. And I went there and I finalized my prayer, and I sent the ashes down the river. And it's so weird that the very next time that I decide to burn Palo Santos and sage and stuff for a reading, the ashes just start raining down. I was like, holy crap. It's cool when stuff like that happens. But I feel like that was the significance of ashes for me. And its significance is different for some of you. It could be like the ashes of a loved one or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I did think of that a while ago, like cremation and stuff. But I don't know. I wanted to share that for some reason. So, let's see. What is this message? What is this message? Walking away. And she's looking back. He or she. Like, are you coming with me? Are you coming along for the ride? It's okay to look back and reflect on things that have happened. Just don't stay in it. You know what I mean? Understand that there's a barrier between you and what had happened to you before, because it's not just a barrier of protection. It's just like, it's a memory. You know, it's like, this memory sucks. I wish I could forget it, kind of thing. You might not forget it, and you can look back and review it and be like, all right, I'm not going to forget, but I'm not going to be chained down. I'm not going to be locked up in that memory in the past. It's letting go of people, places, and things that don't serve you, people who have hurt you, bad situations, crap choices, not really knowing fully what's up ahead, but trusting in the process. Because even if you have psychic abilities and you listen to your intuition, we never know everything. So you know just enough to keep you safe, to give you a heads up on certain things. In your own life, I don't know, your compass is a lot stronger than most, is what it feels like. But you're still never going to know every single thing that's happening, because why would you want to? It's boring as shit. Like, you want a general idea to know if you're headed in the right direction, basically, because you want to experience life. You don't need every detail. And spirit won't give you every detail anyways. So if things are very detailed, messages, information that you get, if it's extremely detailed, that's coming from a person. That could be their thoughts that you're reading, that you're picking up on. Especially if they're in your energy, you're in theirs, or if they're sending it your way. Spirit will talk to you, depending on how you receive the messages. If you can hear them in your mind, or, you know, with your ears, whatever, however you pick up on it, they can, like, they'll say full sentences and stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just, There's a big difference. Because spirit's a little bit more cryptic. It's almost like it's left up to interpretation. But with people, they're more direct, even if they're not directly speaking to you face to face. Does that make sense? Yeah, it has something to do with your intuition. You just know that you walked away from someone or something, or both, because you felt like you needed to. Like this was, like, I feel like this is the last time I'm looking back. Bye. Because the second she's fully out of the gate, it's going to close behind her. And she's not going to look at this person or situation anymore. I don't feel like you really are. There's something extremely significant that you let go of. I feel like you didn't really want to, but you're following your path. And whatever you're doing it with love. You could have let go of someone that you had a lot of love for, whether it is a family member, a friend, a relationship. But I also feel like you're letting go of the pain that someone caused you, that people caused you. I'll be your ghost story. That's what I just heard. And there's something to do with memory. Like, you'll just be a memory. So you'll haunt whoever this is, whoever hurt you. You'll be their ghost story. Your memory will haunt them because of what they did. What they did, didn't do, whatever the hell this is. And they'll just be a memory. A forgotten memory. That sounds kind of harsh, but sometimes that's what happens. It's what's needed. Whatever this is, it wasn't easy. So if someone's upset, like going, I can't believe you left me behind, or you don't want to talk to me anymore, it's like, well, why don't you look in the mirror and ask yourself why I made that decision? You know, like, what did you do? What part did you play in making so-and-so walk away? Like, do you know what I mean? What part did they play in making you walk away? Yeah, there's a lot of healing work here. Could be talking to a healer, but this feels like you healed from something very significant. I don't know, there's whatever this is, because this goes beyond like being rejected by someone that you're interested in and stuff like that, or a failed marriage, which can be devastating. This is something that could have been holding you back since you were a child. It's something that could have happened to you when you were a child, or just youthful. And that whatever this is, it killed your innocence. That's what this feels like. I feel like you've gained it back. And it's not because you're sowing your wild oats and going, well, I didn't get much of a childhood or this or that, so I'm going to act that way now. No. It's using your imagination, believing in the impossible, just like kids are wide open. And I feel like that's what's going on here, because you finally healed from something extremely tragic that happened to you. It is different for everyone, but whatever this is, it messed up your relationships. Any relationships. It doesn't matter who they're with. Abandonment issues, codependency, trust issues, all that stuff that was wreaking havoc on your relationships with other people, causing setbacks within yourself. All of that has been washed away, if this is going to resonate. It's all been washed away because you took the time to face it. It's like, I don't have to fully understand what's going on here, but I know I need to do it. You kept the faith through a really difficult time, because whatever you had to work through was not easy. This was not easy at all. And I feel like you did it alone. I don't feel like you had much support. But I also feel like there are some people that should have been there to, like, they should have shown support. But I feel like the fact that you did this on your own, it's like a way bigger accomplishment. Because a lot of people can't do that. There's also someone around you, I don't know if it's just one person or multiple, who they can't and they won't face what happened to them. They won't let something go. So this could be someone who holds grudges, or they just literally feel, even if they don't admit it, they feel too weak to fall down that rabbit hole. You know, it's like, I'd rather just not. And that's fine. That's their path. That's their journey. And you could have realized that, like, you need to heal. Goodbye. You know, because you're not dragging me down with you. There could be acid and hallucinogenics in here too, because that's like a big acid trip to say in that movie. But it's almost like, if you want to fall down that hole and get lost, if you want to stay lost, I'm sorry, that's your choice. Because you can only help those who want to help themselves. And if somebody doesn't want direction, they can't find themselves, they'll do it themselves, let them. You know what I mean? Whether they succeed or not. So, yeah, there's someone who just can't go where you're going because they're a lost soul, ultimately. And they weren't always lost. I don't know, because for some reason it feels like, for some of you, you're like a guiding light. You're like these little firefly things. And I just heard a firefly from hell. But that was Tinkerbell. She was magical. So anyways. You're not from hell, but it's like you're the guiding light. You went into the darkness and found this lost soul, these lost souls, whoever this person or people are, and you're like, hey, come over here. Like, I'll lead you out of the dark. And some people wanted to swat at you and take you down because what is this? You're the firefly from hell. What the hell? You know, I don't understand. And they swatted away their divine help, basically. It's like, you need help. You need your prayers answered because you can't get out of the situation because of this, because of that, whatever it is. God was like, here, I will send you a ladder so you can get out of the hole. And they bitched because maybe it wasn't long enough because they had to put some work in, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, fine, ladder's coming up now. Good luck. That's what it feels like. But that's the divine doing that to them. That's not you doing it. I just feel like some of you could have been put in certain people's lives to show them the way. And I'm not saying to tell them what to do, but to show them, you know, that love conquers all, that life isn't that bad. Like, it's to give people hope, ultimately. And some people just want to smush that because if they're looking through the knothole of their pain, they don't always see the bright side. You know what I'm saying? And someone didn't. Yeah, someone didn't. Some of you could be healers online. You could be sharing your spiritual gifts and abilities on the internet in some sort of way. But I feel like someone's trying to spiritually spy on you. Because I feel like if you're gifted and you're a being of light and you're literally vibing, high vibing and you know, in that positive energy, like you don't want to hurt anyone, whatever you're doing is with love, because I don't know, there's love all around. It just feels like, holy crap, there's love everywhere. Which is beautiful. It really is. But this feels like there's someone who is very immature and they were trying to access your energy in some way. They can't. They can't do that. So if you're getting really tired off and on, like, oh, I just gotta go to bed, or feeling drained when you're around certain people or after situations, whatever, it was because there was someone or a group of people who were very unenlightened, who were kind of harvesting your energy. They're like leeches, energy vampires. And you don't even have to physically be around these people for them to do this. It's just they were so hyper focused on you. I just made my vision go weird. Like, it almost felt like a trip. What the fuck? Like a trip. Like, because it felt like everything was kind of waved. Huh. It's gone now. I don't know why it would do that, but maybe somebody does stuff like that. They were tripping if they thought they could really hurt you or take shit from you or something. Like, someone could have thought you were tripping when you were talking spiritual as well. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's something to do with that, whatever it means to you. But this is very immature. Learning. For someone messed with you in a physical sense and spiritually, because you're spiritual. During a time when you needed to heal, you needed rest, you needed to work through what you were figuring things out, when you were learning. When you were learning about your spiritual gifts, someone took advantage of you. For some of you, they could have literally slipped you something. Because that did feel a little trippy, just saying. But anyways, it's also younger energy. But regardless of, I just heard there are severe consequences for your actions. So, whoever screwed with you is fucked. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. Yeah. Oh, they'll be crying, alright. Oh, shit. It's 5 of Pentacles. Because they can't go where you're going. The Temple Path. Someone was trying to mess with your destiny. I've gotten that before. It's like when you're on the right track, and then you've got all these, it's like in a movie, like in the Labyrinth. She's pretty much on the right track. I mean, she should have just went straight to the castle, but the movie would have been over, so it wouldn't have been entertaining. But anyways, regardless, she's on a mission, and she's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna figure this out, and what have you. And then all these characters come in to distract her, so that she runs out of time, so she can't reach her goal, so she gets led astray, like, oh, don't go that way, go this way. You know what I mean? There could have been people in your life that were doing that. They were just trying to take up your time, create blockages and obstacles, steer you in the wrong direction. It's making me think, I just heard Jesus take the wheel. So it's like that song, when life's out of control, when you don't know what to do. Jesus, take the wheel, please. Steer the vehicle for me. Help me through this. Give me guidance. I feel like some of you prayed your asses off, because wherever these people or whatever, these secondary characters or whatever, wherever they were leading you around, it was like hell on earth. It was very difficult. And it's just like, because they wanted you to give up, but you never gave up on your faith, is what I'm getting at. And because of that, your higher power did take the damn wheel. They took the wheel and they mowed over their asses. That's pretty much what this feels like. I just heard, and I got plenty of gas. So it's like, I'll keep running your asses over. I've got an unlimited supply of gas to just bye. Yeah, someone's upset because they had the chance to work with you, not against you, and chose to work against you, and now they're going to be left out of this blessing because there's something really great here. Could be a relationship coming in. I feel like for some of you there is new love coming in, because you have a lot of love to give and you are worthy of that. But this is being left out of a family situation. There could be a family member who left you out because they didn't believe in you, or for whatever reason, whatever their reasoning was, and now you don't want anything to do with them. You've closed. I feel like you not only closed the book on that situation, you burned it too, and now it's raining ashes. But anyways, because that's the ending. There's one ending at least, but this also feels like a beautiful connection. There was a beautiful opportunity for you to date someone, whether you offered your love to them or not. I feel like some of you could have, and they probably turned you down, and now they're going to be left out. But whoever was messing with you is probably an ex of yours or an estranged family member. There's some, I don't know, an ex-friend, ex-lover. There feels like people that you don't talk to, because this feels like there are some people that you don't know that are involved in the situation. You never met them a day in your life. But the reason why all that was going on or whatever is because of someone you do know. Because there's always going to be someone. Like, why would they just randomly mess with someone they don't know? You know what I mean? So it feels like I left you out and you out or whatever. Now you're pissed because you're not part of my life anymore or whatever. They see a level of success with you, whatever it is. They're jealous. I just heard because I'm always left out. So someone always feels left out? And they're butthurt about it or something? But anyways, they were mad, so they know other people, they know a lot of people, or they know this person that knows a bunch of people, whatever it is. So if there was anyone that you don't know that was like, why are you hating up on me? What the fuck's your problem? Like, how do you even know who I am? Kind of energy. It came from someone you know. Because I feel like, hands off. There's no blood on my hands because I didn't do anything. Oh, yes, they did. And guess what? Maybe that's part of the message from God. There is blood on your hands. Doesn't matter if you physically did it or not. It's about intentions. So someone is up shit's creek without a paddle, like I keep saying. And that's not coming from me or any other reader. That's coming straight from the divine. I just heard, you are my voice. So when it comes to mediums, intuitive readers as well, like anyone who is very connected to spirit, it's not just, reading imagery and utilizing your intuition. It's deeper than that, because I'm not the only one that can do that. Anyone like that, it's like we're all vessels. We're a conduit. So there are certain things that I say, and it sounds like it's coming from me to another person, but it's coming from whoever's coming through. Like, you are my voice. My voice is their voice. Do you know what I mean? It's their words, but my voice through me. That's what that is making me feel. And that's not just with me, it's with other people too who are master magicians. Master magicians. I don't feel like you even knew that you were as powerful as you are. With great power comes great responsibility, and that is true. So the more power you harness, make sure you do it with love, because the divine can take that stuff from you, like I said. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget. Just don't forget. Do things with love and you'll be fine. Need no strength. You are strong enough. You've already pushed through the most difficult part of whatever the situation was for you. And I feel amazed. Get ready, because your wish is getting granted. And you didn't even have to snap the wishbone. So if you're the type of person that always gets the little end because you got that stupid effer who puts their thumb on the big end, you know what I mean, so that yours always snaps smaller, that's being selfish, because it's not really fair if they have the upper hand. Someone thought they had the upper hand, and maybe you kept getting the small side. But guess what? You were playing fair, and they weren't. So you get the wish. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.